Does it ever feel like the sassier you get, the more it seems like there's a little smirk creeping up on his face? That is because he is. You are not gaslighting yourself. Anyone who has ever been attracted to women can confirm. Women are kind of hot when they're mad.
Okay, I should get mad more often, that is what I mean. Hi YouTube, welcome back in now. My name is Cypress and today we'll be looking at Womansplaining Men to Women compilation 42 to 46 by the Advocate.
So there's a series on here called Living with a Man, where somebody's wife is walking around the house recording all of her husband's odd little behaviors and quirks and basically being like, WTF is this?
I just really love when my boyfriend needs to walk 25 feet in front of me at all times for no reason.
So I saw this video and I liked it because I thought it was funny because every guy that I've ever dated has done this. But then I went to the comment section and that got so serious.
Oh my god, what does it say? I wish men would do better. It makes me so sad to see stuff like this. Talk to him. If no change, rethink him. Early. What? I broke up with a boy because of this reason? My ex did this to me. Leave. Trust me. That's a big no-go. What the f—
The comment at the way bottom brings up narcissistic personality disorder. This one says, he has avoidant attachment style, I bet. This one says, you are settling, and the creator likes—
I'm so confused. You're only seeing like a 20 or 10-second clip. How do you guys know all of this?
it, bro. If my husband liked a comment like that, no. Dude, that was like 4 or 5 entire personality diagnoses within a 15-second clip of a dude
Yeah, that's what I'm
walking.
saying. It's
Everyone
crazy.
wants a
It's
golden retriever
crazy.
husband until it's time to take him for a walk. Honestly, I feel like this sums it up quite well.
Why does my golden retriever walk in front of me? It wants to go faster. It's being protective. It wants to interact with something. It has a lot of energy. It wants attention. You haven't trained it not to.
I'm being funny, but the golden retrievers get it. Like, and everyone wants a tall husband until it's time to keep up with him.
Exactly! Isn't he just walking faster because he's taller, he has longer legs? Like, I am a small girl, everyone always walks faster to me, and I have to remind people like, hey, I don't walk that fast, can you walk a little slower? And then people walk slower for me.
Look at these two. He's got a whole foot on her.
Yeah!
They're about the same height difference as me and my husband. And not only does my husband have longer legs, he's also more of a city pace walker, and I'm more of like a suburb pace. It is literally not natural for him to match my pace. Like, it goes against every fiber in his body. If you want him to stay next to you, you simply have to do what she's doing here and hold his hand.
Yeah!
But let's chill a little bit on the narc labeling. It's not that deep. Despite my golden retriever analogy, we are all adult, autonomous human beings, and we are allowed a 25-foot birth of independence. Like, to hold a mirror up, imagine how weird it would sound if a dude would not allow his girlfriend to walk ahead or away from him.
Yeah.
Or even if he just, like, whined about it when she did.
Like, I understand that you would want to walk next to them, right? But to immediately say, oh, he has problems because he doesn't do that naturally is insane to me. Just hold his hand like she says, or let them know? As a small girl myself, I don't have long legs. I know people naturally walk faster than me because that's just nature. It has nothing to do with what they are thinking about at all.
Would all be like, why are you being such a weirdo? But guys, a little spatial awareness goes a long way. We got little legs. You gotta wait up for us.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying, like, I get it. Naturally, they walk faster, but you can just say that. You can just talk about that so they are, like, aware of it.
Gotta give each other a little bit of space. As long as you always come back to each other. So there's a series on here called Living with a Man, where somebody's wife is walking around the house recording all of her husband's odd little behaviors and quirks and basically being like, WTF is this? Now, apparently he's in on it. He thinks it's funny. But as someone who considers myself something of like a man whisperer, I wanted to help a woman explain some of these habits and behaviors. Okay, so first up, so I do totally understand the frustration of buying like a $12 kitschy useless appliance and no one using it. But I think his logistics were right here. Because she's still keeping it in an angled dish, so all of the micro—
That makes sense. Like, I don't like this myself either, what she has bought. I wouldn't put it back in that too.
They're just going to gather up in there, whereas on a flat surface, you can just wipe that down very easily to dry it. Plus, there's precedent because there's another sponge outside of the cup. 1 point for husband. I should have let it die. I mean, he didn't necessarily do anything wrong by not charging his own watch.
Well, I mean, the watch is still alive, right? So that I don't think it's really a problem that it wasn't on there. Doesn't some stuff also, like, wear down the battery if you charge it while it doesn't need to be charged yet?
Net neutral. Just let the house catch on fire. All right, an electric kettle on a cutting board is not going to burn the house down. They're designed to automatically turn off, and it kind of looks aesthetic, so I'll give him another round. All right, so here he literally nailed this to their bathroom wall. Not gonna lie, I would be horrified, but I would laugh really hard, so net neutral. Oh my god. She's right. She's in the right 100%. 10 out of 10 mad. Definitely a point to the wife.
Yeah, why would you put that wrong?
I would have to take a walk.
Yes. I literally bought him a box for keys.
A key box?
I mean, I get this part though. She bought him a box for keys. So for her, it makes sense to put the keys in that box. But it isn't per se the same for him since he already has a place for the keys. So automatically he will place the keys back there every single time because it was already the place for his keys. I think that's how it works. Because that's how it works for me too. If I already had a place and you make a random new place for me to place my stuff, it's not gonna click with me for a very, very long time, if ever.
Nah, she's wrong for this. You bought that key box.
That's what I'm saying, yes. Key box. Yeah.
Girl, we all just want to grab our keys and go. We don't want to have to open no box and then close it again. Husband gets another point. Water rings are bad on wood. Coasters are good. Point for wife. All right, now you're just flexing. But then she puts it back crappy herself. Maybe money can't buy happiness. Net neutral. Who leaves the wrapper in with fresh cakes? I do this.
Oh, I don't do that.
This is 100% efficient because most plastic cupcake containers are not recyclable, so you're going to throw it away anyway. Point for the man, sorry. So pretty much the same concept here. He said this was eco-friendly. It's a no from me. I do this. If there are no guests eating off of it, he's totally right. Maybe I'm just telling on myself. He's got 5 cups on his office. Point for wife. Y'all all do that.
Yes!
All right, he left a bunch of empty bottles in the fridge. Can't explain the pickle
in the
juice,
fridge.
actually. Dudes do this thing where they take the leftover pickle juice and they stick their fingers in it and they flick it on their sandwiches for extra flavor.
You do? You do?
My husband will also add water to bottles like this just to get the last little bit out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But that is just smart because there's still enough product in there if you can get it out.
But they're rich, so I'm with her. Just throw it out.
But they're rich. That's true. All those freaking watches.
Finally, sink cup. But tragically, it is in the sink, not next to the sink, so I have to give her a point. In the end, we end up with an even score. They're both giving 50-50. They're annoying each other equally. We love to see it.
Say what you want about women who hate men.
I will.
But there is no partner more loyal to a man than a man-hating woman.
Wait, there's no partner more loyal to man than a man-hating woman. Wait, my brain hurts from that sentence. Again.
Say what you want about women who hate men.
I will.
But there is no partner more loyal to a man than a man-hating woman. If she chose you, you are the exception to her, and she is not about to go sort through the trash to find your replacement because she does not believe he exists. Unfortunately, ladies, the same does not...
I don't know. If I was a man, I don't think I want to be with a man-hating woman. I'm very confused about this.
apply to us. Men who hate women just become mess.
Oh, that's a cute hashtag.
Oh, Miss Andre.
You ladies actually believe that your man is going to go completely unaffected by your hatred?
That's what I'm saying. That's very weird. That would be the same as me dating a guy who actually hates women. I could not do that. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, even if he thinks that I am the exception, I could not live with that. I don't want to hear my partner talk about how he hates women while he's dating me. That's actually kind of terrifying, to be honest.
And you honestly believe that hating a man makes a woman more loyal?
No.
Yeah, apparently all these women believe that. Let's read some of these comments. I told my fiance he was the last man I would ever be with, and he was like, "Aw, babe, I love you too." And I was like, "No, you misunderstand me. Like, no, babe, not because I love you, but because I hate your gender, girl."
That is such a weird thing to say. Why would you say that?
Romantic.
Yeah.
When I say men, I don't mean you. And you actually think that makes him feel better.
Yeah, that's what I'm
men's
saying.
friends-
Because, like, in the end, he is still a guy too, right? Why would he not feel like you're not talking about him as well?
Felt threatened by me for being a man hater were my biggest disappointments. Yeah, they're the disappointing ones. This guy tries to get her to see the harm she's causing, but of course we're just gonna pretend we don't see that.
My man-hating mother destroyed any self-confidence I ever could have had. That's what I'm saying, because she's gonna complain about this and that about men, and then the guy that she's dating is gonna be like doubting himself, right? Because maybe some stuff that she says that she hates about men, he doesn't feel the same about. I hope you know what I'm trying to say here.
It is so amazingly arrogant for these women to be like, all men are bad, except for the one I picked. I am so amazing and desirable desirable that I was able to find the one good man. Like, no, dude, humble yourself and recognize that if you want to be intellectually consistent, you have to admit that you either hate all men, including your own, or you have to admit that there are good men. And by the amount of women using this sound, there's probably a lot of them. If you honestly think that you're going to convince men that they'll be better off with a man hater, there is a special room with soft walls that I would recommend visiting.
This is so crazy to me because the same woman would have a lot to say about a guy that would say the same thing. If there was a guy that said, there's no man more loyal to a woman than a man that is a woman-hating man, all hell would break loose, man.
Why in the world would a man want to make himself vulnerable to someone who hates people who look like him? If I was a dude and the girl I liked told me she hated men, I would be like, well, there's certainly a time limit before that applies to me. The only type of dude who would feel safe in a relationship like that would have to be more arrogant than these women, and that's very arrogant. Why would a man want to date a woman who treats his father, his brothers, his friends, and every influential man in his life as disposable?
Oh my god, yes. Imagine she chose you because you're the man that she doesn't hate, and then you bring her to your family, and she meets your dad, she meets your brother, and she meets your uncles, and then you go back, and then she starts to talk about how she hates all of them.
In a position to potentially have a son with someone who's going to hate that child based on his chromosomes.
Yes.
And we haven't even touched on the trans men who did nothing to get roped into this whole mess. And if one more of you says you will simply turn lesbian, I will scream. If you claim to love a man, if you claim to be good for a man, but then in the same breath you say that you hate men, you do not love that man. You are not good for that man. Do with that what you will. Womansplaining Men to Women, episode 45, because you're not crazy, this shit is just nuanced. Do you ever wonder why your dude is always making smart-ass comments? Do you ever feel like he's doing things just to mess with you? Does it ever feel like the sassier you get, the more it seems like there's a little smirk creeping up on his face? That is because he is. You are not gaslighting yourself. Anyone who has ever been attracted to women can confirm. Women are kind of hot when they're mad. It's so funny, too, because in the moment, we think we are going so hard.
Okay, I should get mad more often, that is what I mean. I'm just kidding, of course, I'm just kidding.
We think that we are being so intimidating. But inside, he's just like, yes. As long as he knows that the situation is manageable and he's not actually in danger, he's going to let you go off. I think it's just entertaining for them to see someone so seemingly small and sweet turn into just a tornado of chaos. I swear, we will be going off and these dudes will just be looking at us like, that is one pissed off spicy tamale. She wants to kick my ass right now. It is so
I'm
hot.
taking notes. I'm taking notes.
Some guys are mild salsa guys. They like when she's mad at other people, but they don't necessarily want that smoke for themselves. And then there are the ghost pepper guys. Those are the guys who see a girl throw a chair across the room while swearing in ancient Nordic war cries, and they're like, that's the one for me. Most dudes are somewhere in between. Our blessing and our curse as women is that no matter how mad we get, at the end of the day, we're still adorable. And that can be kind of funny sometimes. Especially when we think we're giving this, but we're actually giving this. I'm just saying, we can only blame guys so much. I mean, we are pretty cute when we're being spicy meatballs.
On Saturday mornings, can you not make pancakes? Like, can you not make a big breakfast?
When your husband making pancakes, doing laundry, and cutting the grass on Saturday morning pisses you off? What? Give me your husband then, I guess. I want a husband that makes me pancakes.
You can have toast. You're not going to cut the grass. First, I want to just have coffee. So sit down. On paper, it might look good. Like, oh, he's cleaning and making breakfast. Like, so nice. I would be like excited for him to get home. Then he would get home and he would be like, hey, like, say hello, give us a kiss. And then he would go and start doing the dishes. I was like, why am I feeling rage because he's going to do the dishes?
What? You have a husband that comes home from work and does the dishes and you feel rage? Crazy, what?
This dude's week is going so far. Comes home from a long day of work, goes to do some dishes. Can you not?
That is such a nice husband and you're complaining.
Wakes up on his day off, goes to make some pancakes.
What?
Can you not?
So many women are dreaming of a husband like that one.
This is the definition of can a guy do anything right? I mean, this is exactly why guys stop trying, because they enter these damned if they do, damned if they don't situations. I mean, it's like, don't rely on me for a list, take initiative, and then wait, don't do anything without running it by me first. And if you see the stitches to this video, everyone's talking about the guys can't do anything right aspect of this, but I actually wanted to womansplain a little bit on the real issue going on here. The whole root of this issue is that she wants his attention. This isn't about pancakes.
That's what I'm
this
hearing
isn't about
too.
mowing the lawn. This is a continuous buildup of resentment for what she perceives as a lack of intimacy on his part. And a lot of that is normal, but she's saying that she's literally feeling a rage, and deep down that's because she's mad that he is not initiating intimacy on his own. And we have to examine that. I think one of the main issues we women are experiencing is that we're relying way too much on the men to be the initiators of the intimacy.
I'll just say, like, but if she wants some intimacy, why doesn't she go up to him and give him a hug, give him some kisses if that's what she wants? I'm very confused.
And a lot of women don't realize this, but once men become the sole initiators, it starts to feel creepy, and they start to really hold back unless they see a really warm sign or bright beacon. Ladies, we can get after it too. We are entirely allowed to be the initiators. But for some reason, probably due to being sociologically conditioned into believing that we can't be the chasers or the pursuers, we refuse to rev that engine. So instead, when we want intimacy, we end up using the only language we were sociologically conditioned to using, which is task delegation. Next thing you know, we're very unintentionally turning affection into a task by saying things like, "Can you not make pancakes?" Ultimately, she was upset that when he came home...
It's crazy to me though, because like making me pancakes makes me feel loved though. So, but I guess that's me. She needs some other type of affection.
He did not join her in the space that she was in. So go join him in the space that he's in.
Yes.
He goes into the kitchen to do dishes.
Yeah, go to the kitchen.
In there and have coffee and chat with him while he's doing it. He would love that. Just like men are currently socially reconditioning themselves to be more present in parenthood or more emotionally vulnerable, we have to start socially conditioning ourselves to pursue a little bit more and to initiate a little.
Because I also feel like, doesn't he just do that too because he thinks she will like it? I cannot imagine that you come home from a long day at work and the first thing you want to do is do the dishes. I feel like he's doing it for her. I'm not sure though, because I don't know him. Just go join him while he's doing the dishes, and you can chat with him there and stuff like that.
Oh, and everyone's saying he can't mow the lawn because then she'll have to watch the child.
Then cut the grass for him on Friday while he's at work. Who's watching the baby? Oh.
Here's my husband with both his son and our daughter mowing the lawn just fine. Life hack. Men love when you simply exist around them. They're very simple creatures, and they love even more when you make the moves. Initiating intimacy is not some sign of desperation on your part or some sign of failure on his part. It's actually just one of the coolest things ever. In conclusion, ladies, make some moves on your man today.
Yes.
You're welcome.
Hi, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please don't forget to give a like to the video and subscribe to my channel. I also stream live on Twitch and on YouTube, so follow me on Twitch or just turn on the notification bell on YouTube to know when I go live. I hope to see you there. Bye!